Yeah, so the news is out.
Yes, it is
The
out.
big news. As the title has said, as the previous video you just watched, we are pregnant.
We are pregnant. Glory to God.
Yes, so I mean, I know that this is a news many of you have been wanting to hear.
I know.
I think even the last video, well, not the last, not the very last one, but like
The one where we
the
had this exciting news.
yes, about the website.
A lot of people are
Some of you
expecting
thought that was the
baby.
news.
Yeah. And some
Well,
people went out of their way to be already commenting things. I thought we don't need to do those stuff. Stalwart farm. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, we are pregnant, and we just wanted to like tell you the journey and how things have kind of how they started and everything like that.
Yeah, because we've always mentioned before when you were asked that, when we are pregnant, we are going to carry you along on the journey, as much as we can. We were not going to have our baby before we announce. And those who do that, we respect them, we love them, and this is our choice. And I think we have our reasons for doing that. So yes, that's the news. We're here to carry you along on the journey. And we just want to tell you the journey, of conception. And so sit back, relax.
So before we go ahead with that, we just want to mention, I mean, do you love these beautiful t-shirts? Guess where they were from? They're from our website. We have so many beautiful designs like this. Please just go to our website, check it out. So many colors and variations of this particular design and so many other designs that you will find there. Yes, and also our newsletter. Make sure you drop in your name and your email, right?
Yes, I think that's important.
I think that's it. You'll make sure you sign up, subscribe to our newsletter. It's so important because we're actually going to be giving out some free things. I mean, in celebration of this amazing news. Very soon, there will be some freebies coming along, some discounts. There will be some free counseling sessions, actually.
Yes.
That will be coming out really soon. So, and it is only people that have that we have their emails on. So only people that have subscribed to the newsletter that would get those emails and those freebies. So make sure you drop in your email. You don't want to miss anything we have to say.
Yeah, so when you go to the website, all you have to do on the main page is scroll down. You'll see subscribe to our newsletter. Just with your first name and your email, and we'll have your email. So when we are shipping out all these freebies and telling you, oh, if you order between today and next 5 days, you get 50% discount on any t-shirt, or okay, this is a link to book a free counseling session with us, first come, first serve. It's only going to go to those emails.
Yeah.
Because that's how we know that you are dedicated to us, and then we can give back to you as well. So please make sure you subscribe to our newsletter.
Yes. So yeah, I think that's that about that. There are so many other things on the website, of course, but just first and foremost, dropping your email and your name.
All right, let's talk about this big thing that God has done for us.
Yes.
What's the journey? You're going to be doing more of the talking because you are the one carrying the baby. I'm just going to be chipping in my own side of the story a little bit. So guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
Yeah, so where do I even start from now?
Start from the beginning. When did you start trying?
Yeah, so we started trying. Okay, we got married in 2020 June, but then we're not ready because number one, we were traveling to Canada. That was even the major reason, actually.
Yeah. We also wanted to wait at least 1 year before we started.
Yeah, at least 1 year before we started. And then there was Canada. We didn't want the complication of having a baby and all that.
Yes, because having a baby before you travel can complicate your process. If you know, you know.
You know, yeah. So, but then we started trying January 2022. That was about a year and a half into our marriage. So we decided to start trying. I mean, I thought I was going to get pregnant like in the first month. Oh God, I remember how we were. Like we literally bought ovulation kits, tests, whatever. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that month, of course, I tested for the ovulation. I think I saw it, and then
it was negative.
So it was a negative.
I think you
pregnancy.
cried.
Yes, I cried the first time. I mean, initial gratins.
As in, you know, say God, they prepare you.
I
cried the
like
second month.
Second month or so.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why anyone that waited for a baby, even a month of seeing their period is emotional.
Yeah, it's always
Even though over time they become
used to it.
they
Pretty
become
much.
used to it, but yeah, it's something sensitive and nobody should play with it.
Yeah, so I mean, and then I was in this place. February came, no pregnancy. March came, no pregnancy. April came, no
In
pregnancy.
Canada,
We came to Canada, we're settling in. And I just was in this place where I was like, I really don't know what God is saying about this. I just really did not feel any sense of direction. I just felt like, okay, we're trying. I knew we're meant to start trying, but I didn't know exactly what God was saying at that particular time
about
about
that issue.
that issue. Like, okay, are we going to wait? If I'm going to wait, Lord, I would appreciate if you tell me if I'm going to have it soon. Okay, like I didn't just know what was going on, right?
Apart from knowing that it is God's will for you to be fruitful and multiply, there
Exactly.
wasn't a word from the
There
Lord.
wasn't a word per se. And when you're waiting, it's always easier to wait on a word,
Yes.
So I wanted that word, but I wasn't like actively praying about, okay, Lord, give me a word or something. I just
Yeah.
knew that I didn't feel any sense of direction concerning the matter. But then one day while we were at church, I think we were still attending Celebration Church by then in May, a word came, and that word, funny enough, that month, there was this, I then had this very long cycle. I
So
think
we
it
were
got up
already
to 40
excited,
days.
like oh, we got a word, because God's when what God told us was that, I'm gonna give you a child, and even told us
The
the gender,
gender. But when we are doing the gender
you
reveal,
find out.
you find out what that gender is.
But
But,
so, and
you
that was
know,
May 2022. Yes.
that was May 2022.
And then that month your cycle was 40
was 40
days.
days. And I
First time
mean,
ever.
and then I was actually testing while I was waiting. I was taking pregnancy tests. It
And
was
they were
all
all
showing
negative.
negative. So I was like, when I got to like 39th day and it was still showing negative, I was like,
What's going on?
what's going on? But then the
The
period
period came.
eventually came. It
And it
was
was the
really
worst
painful.
period since I have known you. It was the worst. She was rolling inside the bathtub full of hot water, and she was still shouting, I couldn't work that day. It was just
Yeah.
so emotional. Like, God, you told us you're going to give us a child, and we're going through this. What's going on? But we have rest that God is good and He knows what He's doing. But then
Yeah.
it doesn't remove the fact that we go through things, right? But we have confidence in God. Yeah.
Yeah, and from that time, it was just a journey of faith, a journey of trusting God, a journey of letting go.
Yeah.
There's that, okay, I want to have it at this time, but then just
Yeah.
letting go and trusting God's timing, trusting God's plan. I mean, God took us on that journey of faith.
Yeah.
Like we became completely different people. In fact, at some point, it was like towards like around when we got pregnant. Actually,
We had even
we're like maybe it's in 5 years. Let's just focus on what God has told us, because
yes.
God had other instructions for us in ministry and stuff like that.
Yes.
So those are the things we decided that, okay, let's focus on this. Okay, this is what God is even saying to us. So let us put our focus on what God is saying.
Which is
And we always,
ministry.
and we always had that sense that the child thing was going to be like, was not a problem. Like, don't even pray about it, just leave it.
In fact, every time we prayed about it, we just knew that God will do it. We just feel like, guys, change your prayer point. This
Do
one
you
is sorted.
understand?
And most times when God gives us a word, we always take it as the word and we hold on to it and we rest. And
Yeah,
if
we
God
just
said that
rest.
He will give us a child, then He will give us a child.
Yeah.
Remember how last year's Father's Day was?
Yeah. This man, I was so surprised. He literally cried.
Did
Like,
I really
literally, you
cry?
did. Tears
Did
came out
I?
over your
Are you
eyes.
sure it was Father's Day or
It was
it
Father's
was my
Day.
dad's birthday?
No, Father's Day.
I was just emotional. I can't remember if I cried on Father's Day. My dad's birthday was one that posthumous birthday that I remember I cried because I was just.
I remember that Father's Day.
I know I was emotional. Like
You
I
were
was
very, very
so
emotional,
emotional.
and you cried.
I even was
But
like
maybe
I was
not too
even
much
feeling
tears.
like, babe, you've not wished me happy Father's Day today.
Like,
Me
is
always
it
say
because
I
I'm
don't
not a
care.
father?
God, oh my gosh. It was so funny. Of course, all my spiritual children, they wish me happy Father's Day and all that. And see, there's a difference between having spiritual children and having your own biological child, whether you like it or not. Even though, yes, I'm a father to many people, but I was just emotional. I've been trying for 5 months
Yeah.
and nothing is showing for. So it was getting to me.
Yeah.
But after I cried and all that, I went back to the Lord and I had peace. And I think that was the journey for me. We just calmed
From
down.
that point.
We lost calm
Like
down.
I from like last year, maybe October, that was October 2022 or so, or September, I just stopped taking pregnancy tests. I was like,
Yeah.
I just let it go. Like I really, 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 really let it go. So
Fast forward.
fast forward now to May 2023. May 2023, towards the end of May, we went to
US.
the US to take care of my sister who just had a baby. And I mean, I was there, I was doing the chores, I was doing breakfast in
Cooking.
bed, cooking, feeding everybody.
I was
Like,
working too. I was taking care of the other baby.
but you were doing more of working on
Because
your
I was
laptop at
working,
work, yeah.
I didn't take a leave at the time.
So I was not be working. I would be like doing a lot of cleaning and taking care of the house, taking care of my sister, pressing body, hot water,
As in mopping body.
mopping body.
Yoruba was a Jora. There's a Jora.
Yeah, for those who know the process. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was a learning curve, like change diapers and things like that. But I only remember having about 6 days of sanity
In that US.
in that US, of feeling like myself. By the time it was maybe like the 7th day or the 6th day or
Already
so,
complaining.
I started to feel some sort of PMS, in quotes.
Yeah.
Usually, my periods, I would start to have like some nipple pain.
Your PMS.
So yes, 2 or 3 days before the
The
period
period comes.
starts. I think the longest PMS I ever had, like in terms of nipple and breast pain, was like 8 days or so.
Yes.
But this one started like way earlier. I was not like,
Yeah.
okay, if it's starting now, then it means I'm going to have
A
like
short
a very
cycle.
early cycle. I was like, okay. But
And
then,
then you started complaining about appetite,
no, not
about,
appetite,
was it appetite?
constipation.
Constipation, I mean. You weren't having bowel movement.
Yes, but because I traveled, I mean, it was like normal that, okay, sometimes when you travel, you would constipate, but that's for me. But after I do the first bowel movement or the second one,
It becomes
it
easy.
just becomes, it just falls back into rhythm. But this time I did not fall back into rhythm. I constipated for like a week plus, and I started to have like knee pain, joint pain in the knee.
When you are
Climbing the
climbing
stairs
the
became
stairs.
like difficult.
When you are always complaining about, my legs are paining me when you are climbing the stairs,
When I
I'm just
climb the
like,
stairs, my
you have
legs.
stairs back home in
Yes, now
Canada,
in
you've never
Canada,
complained. We were just looking at her like, what's
I
going on?
started feeling fatigued, a little bit more tired, but I was still powering through the day. I will still do the chores, I will still do, but I was feeling I was like, this
Your
PMS.
sister was even just telling you that I hope
I
this is
hope this is
pregnancy. And what I'm
what
hoping.
I'm hoping
But
for.
on our own side, we were just like, whether it's pregnancy or not. When you have
I was just hoping
experienced
for
a
the
lot
best.
of disappointment, every month you are hoping, and then boom. Some months you'll
But
be
I was
like,
telling her that I just want a normal period this month.
as in,
Something okay, something normal. She was like, I mean, what I'm praying for is that it is pregnancy with all
you
this difference of
you
symptoms.
know the challenge is when it comes to waiting, you want to hope, but the more you hope that this month you take in, the more we hoped then, the more emotional we got when you didn't take in. And then we also had the problem feeling like, if we don't hope, where's our faith?
Yeah,
When
so
we are
it's like
feeling
you have to
like,
balance both.
let's just be expecting period. We're like, no, you must trust God every month. So it was so hard to hope against hope, and then when the period comes, still not feel like, dejected, as if your hope is lost.
Yeah.
So, but
In fact,
we found a method
let me
around it.
even before I even that what you just said just reminded me. Those days when God was really working on our hearts and we started to feel much better and stuff like that. Like my period would come and I taught my heart to just smile and say, "Thank you, Jesus."
Mm,
Yes, like, thank you, Jesus. I trust you, Lord. I trust you. And once I say that and I just say it from my heart, I just go through the rest of the process and
yeah.
you know.
Those days too, when you come and tell me that, babe, I've seen my period, I say,
Yeah,
thank
you
God.
just say thank God, like
Thank
thank
God.
God, you know, like genuinely thanking God and
Yes.
just trusting
I'm
and
moving
putting
on.
our trust in it and moving on, you know. And so back to
US now.
US. Went on our Dallas trip. I was still
Yeah.
okay.
Funny, you were okay, but you've been complaining.
Yeah, I've been feeling
So even
no.
the Dallas meet and greet that day, you didn't want to. You really didn't feel like.
I was tired.
Yes.
Yes. I was tired after church. I slept a little, but then it was as if the sleep wasn't enough. Like I really
You
wanted
need
to
to sleep
just
more.
sleep, you
Yeah,
know.
and you already
But
started bloating. Like my wife, PMS, when premenstrual
symptom.
symptom, PMS, one of them is bloating. So many times she will have some very crazy hormonal months where she will bloat really seriously. And I've seen some of you comment, oh, is that a baby bump I see? Is that a baby bump I see? When we tell you that some things are insensitive, that's how you know, right? But so she was already bloating at that time. And even the pictures we took at the meet and greet, I was telling her that, babe, should I post this picture? Your stomach looks like you're pregnant. And we
I
both
said,
know
post
that
it.
it's PMS.
It's both, we both know that it's
But she was
PMS,
like,
you know.
post it. It's, anybody that wants to say anything should say anything. And then,
Yeah.
of course, we posted the photo.
Yeah. So, I mean, I started to feel those symptoms by that was Sunday. The meet and greet was on Sunday, and then by Monday, I started to have this, like, you know, when you are starting to have like a flu or catarrh.
Only
If you
Qatar,
know,
Qatar airline. Is Qatar?
it's catarrh now, like cold and catarrh.
Is that what you call it?
Yes,
Cold and Qatar. Anyway, go ahead. It's Qatar. That's how we
cold
know.
and catarrh. It's catarrh. Oh God.
You were saying
Little
having flu.
sh.
Sorry,
Like
I'm a village
you know,
man.
you have like this frontal headache to your nose, but I wasn't having like actual liquid in the nose, but I was having the same
And we
feeling.
were taking a flight to New Jersey.
Yeah, I was not feeling well that Monday. I was like,
That flight safe
so
for the first
Tuesday,
time.
by Tuesday morning, the thing I started feeling like full blown malaria.
Okay, it was Tuesday we took flights.
Yes, so by Tuesday morning, it was already feeling like full blown malaria. I tried to eat that morning and I was managing and okay. But the plane, I was already feeling sick. I had to go to the back. The hostess had to give me like ice to put on my head. I had to
Yeah,
be
she
drinking
was so
cold water.
nauseous.
I wasn't even nauseous. I was sick. I was just feeling like malaria, like fever, malaria fever kind of sickness. So, fast forward, it was already, so those PMS I was experiencing, you know, days were already passing.
Yeah,
I think I had experienced a PMS symptoms now for 2 weeks.
exactly.
And I was like, there's never
Ever.
ever been a time that my nipples will get sensitive or stop for 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
said,
And trust me, we've had very, very funny cycles
that
where
some,
we have experiences that never happened. And
yes,
she'll be like, babe, I've never really experienced this before. I'm like, you're pregnant. And then she'll see her period.
yes.
You know.
So this one was like, okay, same story. Like the fact that something has never happened before does
It's
not
not
still
news.
mean it's not news. So I was like, okay, 2 weeks. I think I was like on day 34 at that time. I was like, 35. Day 36. Day 37. Okay. I mean, I don't even used to still put on my mind when I'm getting to all those day 37, because I know that sometimes to get there and to still, you know.
You see your period.
But I hardly get to 40 without seeing my period. So I got to day 40. And by the time I got to day 40, I was already really sick. I was really having like a lot of malaria. I was like, I just had to look for a way to get pregnancy tests. My husband was kind of suspecting me in
Yeah,
a
I
way.
started suspecting you because
But
you've never been that
I
sick.
tried to just take a test because I was like, okay, the way I'm feeling sick and the way this thing is taking long, let me just take a test. Even though I would have preferred to wait even longer, but because of the sickness,
Yeah.
I was like, I need to know what is wrong with me. Let me know if I need to take drugs or...
Yeah. Or it's just, you don't collect.
Okay, so I needed to take the test. So I went, bought the test, took it, and you will see my reaction, I think in the
The
next
next video,
video.
yeah, definitely.
It was positive. I was like, hey,
There was
So
something you said in that video that I cannot forget, and it touched me deep. When you found out you were pregnant, you were like, so I will not see this period. Then you said, that is amazing. It touched me deep because your periods are not funny.
Yeah.
They are not funny. Like, we both go through it. Like that day one. Oh.
Yeah, so I found out I was pregnant, and I was not like, okay, we're in my husband's friend's house. I wanted to wait for our anniversary, which was June 23rd.
It was like the weekend.
Yes, it was like the weekend. I wanted to wait for the anniversary to give him as a gift. I told you on Wednesday, so I wanted to wait till Thursday when we would be alone.
Alone, yes.
But I mean, I couldn't wait any longer.
I mean, we wanted to go out and we were all dressed and she was about to go out and almost fainted. So when I grabbed her, I said, babe, okay, we're not going out again. In fact, all this sickness really messed up the plans because we're supposed to go from New Jersey to New York, go to White House, go to all those Statue of Liberty, all the places where I wanted to go and snap iconic photos. This spot all those plans, but eventually I was happy when I found out that was why she was sick. But I was just like, babe, we have plans, we have plans.
So, and I knew that, there was this, we have plans, there was this, I'm not feeling fine, there was this, so I had to come clean to him. In fact, before, my initial plan was that I was going to wait till Canada. Because I already had a kit, but I was like, this thing cannot work.
She
So
already
I
had
had to tell
something she
him.
planned to surprise me with. Like, she bought it like a long time ago.
In faith, And but now we're in his friend's house, I was like, okay, maybe we'll just wait at the hotel. But I couldn't wait because of that day. I think that was a Wednesday. And so that Wednesday evening, I had already, the funny thing is, I had already gone ahead to make some orders, buy a small gift bag, a pacifier, a small card, and the pregnancy test just to show him. But I wasn't going to give it to him till we traveled, but I had to just give it to him in that friend's house.
Anyway, they'll hear all that gist when we talk about how she told me.
Yeah, so we'll gist you guys on that as well. So yeah, I told him. Crazy reaction. You guys will find out.
You want to know whether I cried? You find out.
Yeah. So the rest of our trip was just like turned upside down.
In fact, those who came for that Maryland meet and greet, I am certain, especially the married women, I'm certain that they will look at you like, Sister B, don't chop something.
Yeah, because I was really sick.
She was just, and if you watch the video again, you see she was talking and breathing. So, if you...
I didn't even talk much because
in my mind, I was like, Sister B, we just found out, don't expose us, it's too early.
Yeah. But then we just had to because we had already planned the meet and greet already and all that.
In fact, tell them how you told me you are not coming for the meet and greet.
No, I didn't say I was.
You were like, babe, do I really need to go? At the hotel in Maryland.
Yeah, I was not feeling.
So
but
like,
I knew I couldn't not go though.
But you were like, babe, do I really have to go? I said, babe, if I show up alone, all these people, they are not Uncle Boo's fans. They are Sister Bay's fans first. So imagine showing up at the meet and greet and you don't see Sister Bay. You guys know that will not work. I begged her, please try.
I mean, it was even a miracle that I was able to power through that. But then I was able to attend, thank God, and yeah, so that's actually just the story of.
That's the journey.
That's just the journey, the whole drama
how we found out,
of how we found out. And God has just been good. And this is just a reminder that, see, we can trust God with our lives.
Yes, we can.
We can trust God with our lives. It does not matter how long it looks. We can trust God with our lives. And see, there's nothing that is worth your joy. We just, like all those times when we had not gotten pregnant, we just decided to live our lives. Absolutely. We're joyful, we're happy. Nothing was weighing us down.
Nothing.
We're not even constantly praying about it. So it wasn't a weight.
In fact, we planned the US trip and all those things because we just wanted to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. So we're not even thinking that, maybe we should. We're not factoring the child too much in our decisions. It's like when it now happens, to interrupt.
Yes.
To interrupt whatever it wants to interrupt.
So trust God, whatever you're waiting for. Sometimes God allows us to wait for certain things so that we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate this baby, you know, much more than I believe we would have if we got pregnant January 2022.
Yeah, and I feel like we're taking on a journey of faith.
Yes, definitely.
God took us on a
And
journey
it
of
built us.
trust.
These things built us.
It built us. So you need to let your waiting season build
Build
something
in you.
in you.
Yes.
Let it accomplish what it's meant to accomplish in you.
Yes, yes.
You know, and to be joyful in the process.
Yeah, and just move. Keep acting. Like, we moving to this house was a move in faith, right? When we were telling our former landlord that we were moving, we said we were moving as our family expands. And he was like, "Oh, congratulations on the expanding family." But I was telling him that, "Oh, we are moving, you know, in preparation for our family to expand." We were moving because we were hoping that, you know, we'll become more than this. And so we were living that small house. But he thought we were pregnant, but it was an act of faith. And we moved here. We didn't spend more than 1 month here, and boom.
Yeah. So we just want to thank God for everything. And thank you guys for all the prayers. We know you've prayed. Many of you have prayed for us.
Yes.
Some of you are more like just watching and waiting to see. Some people are genuinely praying. People were genuinely praying, and we really appreciate every one of you.
Yeah.
Thank you for also, I mean, initially it was like, there was a lot of pregnancy comments and stuff, like.
But it really
maybe like
at the beginning,
a lot of months ago, like maybe last year or something.
And after we did the video and addressed it, that we're trying, all you can do is pray. I think a lot of people calmed down.
Yeah.
And I think that we should acknowledge that was really good, guys. Some of you did not. In fact, there was someone that literally trolled us.
But we're not talking to those people. We're talking to the people.
Yeah.
That really minded their business and really actually prayed for us.
And allowed us to be ourselves at our pace.
Yeah.
We love you, we appreciate you. Some people have sent DMs, so they had dreams, they saw us with the baby, prophecies here and there, a lot. And we thank you all, right? It's because you're praying that you even have certain things like that. And see, God has done it, and that is it. So when you wait, there will be a time when you will be thinking, see what the Lord has done. All right, so, and we just want to use this as an opportunity to strengthen you if you're waiting for anything. All right, God will do it. He has a plan. Just rest. That resting is the most difficult part of waiting, but we have to learn to rest, because at the point where we rest, we begin to get answers. God has shown us that in many ways, and we've seen it in other people's lives. We know it's a proven solution, proven equation, I mean, in this kingdom thing. Rest and trust God with your life. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. So not to make this video any longer, I'm sure we've even taken a lot of time.
Of time. But if you watched up to this point, God bless you. Thank you so much. I know it's excitement. We are excited too, and we're excited to bring you along on this journey. So please let us go at our pace. Be positive energy only. I know some of you have a ton of experience and you have advice. As much as possible, know that if we did not share this with you, we would have still gotten advice. So we have family, we have friends, we have a lot of advice, almost all the advice we need. But even if you have any advice, bring your advice in the best way possible. All right. Just have to put that out there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you follow us on all our other social media handles. Share this video, and drop a lovely comment below. We'll
yes. Don't forget that you are dropping 4 comments each. I'm serious. Emojis, and then the real comment. All right. Let me see your excitement in the comment section.
All right. All right, guys. So look forward to more videos on this series.
All right. Till we come your way again.
Keep loving
and
keep believing.
We are the Stalwart Lovers. Over and out.